high school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
It's a new month, a light breeze here at Frankfort High School. And tonight, the Frankfort Hot Dogs host the Danville Warriors. And welcome October. I'm Mike Walensky along with Sean Wines. And tonight, James Byers Hot Dogs have its hands full with an outstanding Danville Warriors ball club. And Sean, talk about how Frankfort football is going to win tonight's game.
Well, I'll tell you what, on paper it doesn't look very good, but I'll tell you what, last week he made a lot of changes on his offensive side of the ball. He moved, Sam Michaels up to a wide receiver. He moved Riley Goodnight out to wide receiver, brought in Doug Wood at quarterback, put Zickman down as an offensive lineman. Trying to get something going there on the offensive side. And I tell you, I thought it looked pretty good against Lebanon. I mean, they didn't play last week, because of COVID protocol. But there were some interesting things that happened. They moved the ball a little bit more consistently than we had seen in the previous week. And I think it was kind of a good move. I'm interested to see what they're going to come out in this tonight. You never know. I mean, they kind of keep stuff hidden sometimes, and we'll see. But they're going to have to play a world of a ball game. Danville is a fantastic ball club. Frankfort cannot turn the ball over. They have to try to maintain possession, eat as much clock as possible as they make long drives, and don't give up the big play. That is going to be absolutely huge, which was really a big problem for them against Lebanon last time we were here.
Last year, these two ball clubs played at Danville, and the Warriors, who were Class 3A state champion runner-ups to state champion Indianapolis Bishop Chatard, the Trojans winning a big ball game there, 42-14. But it was 42-15. And Danville controlled most of the ball game over Frankfort, but Danville's susceptible on the back end. You can throw the football, and with Doug Wood in the lineup, that could change things tonight if he starts getting hot.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, he seemed kind of streaky last week. He threw some pretty nice balls, especially some nice touch balls for some of the deeper routes, which they love to run. And then having the guys out there, they moved around to get a lot more big play fellas out on the perimeter, which also allows that to be a concern for Danville.
Let's talk a little bit about the Danville Warriors. Jamie Comer has probably done as good a job anywhere in Class 3A in his second year, 16-2 right now. The Warriors come into tonight's game 5-1. They are 4-0 in Sagamore Conference play, and probably the biggest victory for them was against Hendricks County rival Tri-West. They beat the Bruins 14-7, and then last week they thumped Southmont 43-0.
Yeah, we've seen Tri-West here on the Frankfort Network when they came and played Frankfort, and they were looking really good there offensively, particularly with a lot of skilled kids on the outside. And it was really impressive to see that score in the old newspaper about the battle between Danville and Tri-West. That was a big victory for Danville.
Sean, here's the biggest challenge in this ball game. It'll be on the defensive end for Frankfort, because Danville comes into this game averaging almost 341 yards per contest, 188 yards for the air, 152.5 yards on the ground, and Cal Payne, their quarterback, is outstanding. And I think because not only is he a good quarterback, but they've got a really good offensive line. Gives him plenty of time to kind of figure out who he's going to throw the football to. He's got a lot of receivers.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. Their offensive line is very, very solid. I mean, you'd love to have a quarterback who throws 12 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions on the year. That is nice efficiency, and he spreads it around a lot. I mean, the number one receiver as far as catches go is the Dawson young man. He has 271 yards. He has 4 touchdowns with a 56-yard long. Their second most receiver has 20 receptions. That's Brayton McMahon. He's had a 59-yard touchdown, and then their third receiver has 19. So within 3 or 4 receptions there, you have 3 guys who are all big play guys, and the Weiss kid has 3 touchdowns. So you cannot just focus. You can't double one guy with your defense. You've got to play sound all the way across, and there's not very many schools at any level that can do that if you're not at the college level where you can recruit your own kids. And then the quarterback is absolutely solid.
Tyler Dawson, number 2. He's the tight end for Danville. Keep an eye on him if you're a college football fan. He's 6'4", 240. In my estimation, maybe the best tight end in Central Indiana. He's getting looks from everybody right now. And frankly, they haven't thrown the ball to him too much. He's been not necessarily a decoy. He's a really good blocker.
Yeah. I mean, and he's got that beautiful frame right there. I mean, if he's 240 right now as a high school senior, they can definitely put a few pounds on of just absolute pure manly muscle when they get to the college level. So I'm sure there's a lot of eyes on him right now. For
Frankfort, 2-3 on the year. They're 0-3 in the Sagamore Athletic Conference. Conversely, they have only averaged 99 yards passing, 108.2 yards rushing this year, averaging just a little bit over 207 yards. The key really has been the quarterback rating. For Frankfort, the quarterback ratings between Sam Michael and Doug Wood at just 44.4%. Cal Payne, on the other hand, for Danville, 107.5. That's why if Doug Wood can really have a good ball game, we're going to have a competitive evening here at Frankfort.
Yeah, I tell you, they're going to have to throw the ball as well. I mean, if you look at the statistics, on Max Preps or anywhere else, Danville, one of the key things there is their two leading tacklers are their down linemen, their tackle and their nose man. And you don't see that very often. And when you have two guys who can control the line of scrimmage like that middle linebacker is absolutely free to do whatever he wants to do. So they're going to force you to the flank. They're going to force you to have to throw the ball. And as you said, if there's any weakness at all, and there's not many, it's probably in the defensive backfield. So that's where they're going to have to hit. Wood's going to have a good ball game if they put him in there. They're going to have Michaels have a good ball game, catch the ball. He did a pretty good job against Lebanon, and we'll see if they can continue that this week.
We take a look at last year's football game in Danville's 45-12 win. Frankfort amassed, I say this, in favor of Frankfort, but really, frankly, it was an awful football game offensively for the Dogs. 139 yards. Total offense for Frankfort in that loss, and they could not convert third down conversions. They're just 5 out of 13. Tonight, they've got to convert probably 70 to 80% of their third down conversions.
Absolutely. They have to keep the ball. I mean, that is, anytime you're playing a team who's probably better than you and who has an explosive offense with the skills that they have, you have to keep the ball. You have to run the clock. You have to limit possession so that if the opponent does make a mistake, then you have a chance to stay in the ball game in the fourth quarter. If you can stay in the game in the fourth quarter, as much as an underdog you seem to be on paper, then you have done everything you can do to give your team the best opportunity to win, and that has got to be the game plan.
And Sean, here's the key, and you said it. You got to take away those explosive plays, because the Warriors last year and this year have been explosive. Last year in that football game where they won 45-12, they amassed 304 yards. Of those 304 yards, 186 yards on the ground. They really beat up Frankfort on the ground, and they took control of the game by explosive plays. They had 3 or 4 touchdowns over 40 yards.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking, especially if that comes on a third down, third and long, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, where you think you have a chance to get them off the field, and then they rip a big one on you. And it's, as anybody knows, any coach, anyone who's been in the stands for very long, that big plays absolutely cost you ball games, and that has got to be prevented tonight, or for them to have any kind of chance to win.
What's interesting is both these ball clubs sort of are inverse in terms of what they've accomplished. Frankfort got out of the gate quickly with 2 consecutive victories. For Danville, they split their first 2 games. They barely beat Franklin 20-13. They had to win that football game deep in the fourth quarter, and then they came back, and Mike Gillen's Mooresville Pioneers, Class 4A, just absolutely waxed Danville 55-21. They're a team that's on the rise. They have won 4 consecutive ball games, and most people think that October is kind of the bridge to the state tournament. This is where you start putting together.
Absolutely, yeah. We've been waiting to see little mistakes here and there, trying to work those things out through the first few weeks. This is when you're looking out toward the tournament. You're looking for perfection, or a lot closer to perfection than what you did at the beginning. The patience of the coaches aren't quite as high for silly mistakes like, false starts on the offensive line, or not knowing your assignment on the defense. Things like that is going to be absolutely unexcusable right now for a player. And, you're talking about the Mooresville team. That Mooresville team is pretty darn good, it turns out. Early in the year, you don't know who's who, but it turns out they're a pretty darn solid ball club. So that is a loss that they may have taken and probably didn't like it at the time, but it doesn't look nearly as bad now as it did at the beginning of the year.
And there were a lot of big plays that Mooresville was able to produce. I did have a chance to see those 2 teams play, and Mooresville had a lot of big plays, especially in the pass game, where Danville's backside was fairly inexperienced. And frankly, in high school football, if you can throw the ball, it's really hard to defend.
It really is. I mean, you may have one kid who can defend somebody man-to-man, or one kid who has a good nose for the ball, but it is hard to get a kid that can go all the way across, or all the kids across the entire defensive backfield.
In the Sagamore Athletic Conference next week here at Frankfort, North Montgomery, the Chargers come to play, and Danville will finish the regular season at Northmont, but next week Danville plays home to Western Boone, and that'll be interesting because Jamie Comer, again in his second year at Danville, was previously the offensive coordinator for Justin Pelly and the state champion Western Boone Stars. So that'll be an interesting matchup. But tonight, Danville cannot overlook Frankfort. Frankfort has to play really solid football defensively.
Yes, they absolutely do. It's kind of nice. We're starting to get a little cradle of coaches over there from the Western Boone side, and that's always a fun time when you get a coach against somebody that you've had in your program and you've you have a relationship with.
You got to have outstanding special teams play, and tonight Frankfort's got to be able to win that battle. If they want to have any chance of keeping this ball game, they've got to control field position in some way, shape, or form.
Absolutely right, and they've been kind of up and down in that regard this year. They've had a few good kickoff returns here and there. I think they've had one kickoff return back at them after a big score in one of these previous games, which really was kind of disheartening. But it was good to see how much they've improved over since the Lebanon game.
Jorge Aguilar, normally the kicker, number 61, the senior 5'9", 250, he's got to have a really brilliant game in tonight's contest to be able to force Danville to start early from their own 20. If not, Danville has that offensive line with the quarterback Cal Payne, who's just tremendous. He really does a great job engineering the offense.
Yeah, he either needs to put it down here in the end zone, or he's going to have to kind of place kick it, kind of drop it in some of these dead holes and zones and make them come and get it, which will slow them down on the return, and hopefully you can get your guys down and get it covered before they can get ahead of steam.
The key to running this football against the Danville Warriors is somehow finding a way to take the tackles out of the ball game. That's a very difficult challenge. The two guys inside, Devin Keith, number 34, and Trey Morrell, number 55. I think Trey Morrell is the best down lineman I've seen on the defensive side of the football in Central Indiana. And that goes to show against a lot of 5A and 6A kids as well. This is a young man who has 6.5 tackles for loss. 42 tackles, as well as Devin Keith has 42. Those two guys in the middle, it's hard to defend those guys.
That's a dream. It's a dream as a defensive coordinator. If you have two guys who can absolutely dominate the inside, and if you have defensive ends that are at least average, you are going to be extremely difficult to run against. And that absolutely helps everything you do, especially in this era where everyone's trying to spread you out. You can play those outside linebackers a little bit wider. You don't have to have it stacked inside and be so worried about the B gaps and the C gaps. Those guys can bail out in a hurry to get underneath quick slants, which is an easy pass for a quarterback. You can get some easy picks that way. So if that interior is solid, just like baseball. If you've got a good middle, you're going to be a good ball club. And if you've got a good middle in the defense in a football game, you are going to be a very good ball club.
The other key for Frankfort to stop Danville tonight is taking the safety out of the mix, because Brayton McMahon oftentimes goes in the box. Number 11, he has 31 stops. So with McMahon coming up from the safety and those two defensive tackles inside, they've done a great job blanking the middle of the field.
They really have, and their middle linebacker's a solid kid too, which part of that might be that he's covered up by those big dudes up front. But, yeah, they are absolutely solid. And the safety, he has 3 picks as well. So not only is he, come downhill to help on the run, he also has a good nose for the football, and has obviously made some big plays there as well.
For the Hot Dogs, number 40, he could be a real key. Vlad Carreras Lantigua, a key both on the offensive end and on the defensive end, because defensively he's a guy that has a lot of energy.
He does, and he's a guy who can generally get consistent pressure on the quarterback. That's one guy who, game in and game out, no matter who we've played as a Frankfort fan, he has gotten pressure. He's been one of their big threat guys on the offensive at the tight end position. They've moved him around a little bit, try to get him the ball. So, yeah, he's going to be a key player for sure, as well as, the normal names you always hear of, Sam Michael and Riley Goodnight, and Twigwood. Those guys are the key guys who have to make some big plays for him offensively.
Aguilar will set the football up as Danville has deferred for the second half. Aguilar will kick off for Frankfort. Deep for Danville. Number 10, Caden Collins.
It's a little different lineup than the setup the way they've set up right now, unless they're going to spread out at the kick. Real compressed down between the hashes.
Also back, Ben Carr, number 9 for Danville. Again, a very key piece here for Frankfort as Aguilar gets ready to kick off here to start this month of October. And here we go, October. And the onside kick is recovered by the Warriors at about the 43. They'll take over from there. And quarterback Cal Payne will lead the charge.
Yep, that gives them pretty good field position. I'm assuming that he's going to be a little concerned about the deep threat and the return threat of the receivers in the deep backs. I think he probably wanted that to go a little bit further than that, most likely to try to get a little coverage, maybe around the 30 or 25, but their defense is going to have to step up with a short field. And one thing to notice about these wide receivers for Danville, they are tall. I mean, that is a huge matchup issue against any team.
Mason Stewart is actually starting the football game. The screen to Tyler Dawson, the big tight end, and he runs out of bounds after a first down catch. The youngster, number 15, Mason Stewart, the sophomore, has stepped in to start the game instead of Cal Payne. He's just 5'6", 135 pounds, and he zips it out there to the big 6'4" tight end for the first down.
Yeah, that was a real nice little bubble screen out there. The wide receiver did a good job blocking. The Frankfort corner did exactly what he had to do. He had to take that outside leverage, make the receiver cut inside that, don't give him the sideline, and then Frankfort had to rally to the ball.
Matthew McGovern, generally the backup running back, is in the lineup now behind the quarterback, number 15, Mason Stewart. This is McGovern, right side. He's a little guy with great speed, and he gets across the 35-yard line. Another Danville first down, and the Warriors, again, are knocking on the door early on in the first.
Boy, they are, and boy, is he quick. Wow. Yeah, we hadn't expected to see him tonight, and he saw the crease, and he hit it right now. He didn't dance, and that was a very aggressive run.
Mason Stewart, number 15, 5'6", 135 pounds, is the quarterback for the Warriors, and Jamie Comer's Danville Ball Club 5-1. Two-step drop. Dawson again turns and does a nice job getting extra yardage. Excellent job by Frankfort. Bryce McDonald, the senior, 5'9" safety, coming up and making the stop.
That's a very nice job. Yes. I tell you, for a big guy, that tight end does have really nice feet. He does seem very agile for a big 6'4" kid.
Brenton Wood, the linebacker, number 58, leads the Hot Dogs and tackles with 37. Austin Bell, 32. Number 1, and Kyle Zickman, who now wears number 53, the outside linebacker, 34 stops for James Byers Hot Dogs, who are looking for their third victory, 2-3 on the year. Back to pass, two-step drop, down the middle. Caught, touchdown, Waste. B.J. Waste, touchdown, Danville, 6-0.
Yeah, just a basic little post, just kind of read off of the coverage. Looks like the cover guy kind of lost the receiver for a minute, got his feet tangled up, and then the ball was right on the mark.
B.J. Waste with the reception, his 5th touchdown catch of the season for Jamie Comer and the Danville Warriors as they're up early here in the first period, 6-0, as Danville gets set for the extra point. The kicker is Caleb Harvey, number 44. The long snapper is Chris DiBenedetto, number 16, for the Danville Warriors. Harvey's kick right through the crossbars, and the Danville Warriors on top of Frankfort early on, 7-0.
Yeah, that wasn't really a huge big play, but that was a pretty good size play, and that's one that the Frankfort really did not want to have. So far, they haven't gotten really any pressure at all on the quarterback, which needs to be remedied quite soon if they're going to have a chance here to make something happen. And the coverage definitely needs to be a little bit tighter than what they had in that case.
Sean, stay connected to the ISC all season long by downloading the ISC Sports Network app from your favorite app stores. Watch all the games live or from the archives. The ISC Sports Network, local, lives here. And right now what lives here is a Danville lead 7-0. Their offense just shredded Frankfort in the initial series.
Boy, for the first time of me seeing them this year, they do look very good. They have so many matchup issues for a team. Oh, my God. I would definitely think that they are a most definite contender for a road down to Indianapolis again over the Turkey holiday. because they are big, they are fast, and even their backups, quarterback and backup running back, show immense amounts of skill.
Kicking off, Caleb Harvey, number 43 for the Danville Warriors. On top of this ball game, 43-0. Sam Michael is the deep back for the Hot Dogs, standing at about his 7-yard line. Again, the kicking game will be critical for both these ball clubs at tonight's football game, although Danville took the football right down into the end zone. B.J. Wiest with the touchdown catch, his 5th of the season. Short kick taken at about the 23-yard line by Lane Todd, and he's across the 37 to about the 38-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, a real nice return. A little directional kick, trying to keep it from the deep man apparently. He fielded on a little line drive. There was some decent blocking up front, so that's a nice field position to start the drive. That's what Frankfort needs.
The Hot Dog offensively up front. Nelson Honor at guard, Keats Pippinger at center. The right guard is Benton Wood. Kyle Zickman is the tackle. Behind quarterback, Doug Wood, number 5. Jacob Burns is the running back, number 14 for the Hot Dogs. Burns, 48 carries for 124 yards and a touchdown for James Byers Ball Club. Working against that 4-man front.
Yeah, it looks like they've got the same offensive grouping as they had in the Lebanon game, which is nice to see. I tell you, Danville is really aggressive. Their safeties are within less than 10 yards of the ball.
Pass is picked off at the 40-yard line, and down he goes on the first play of the ball game. The DB stepped in, number 23, Caden Manning. The senior, Caden Manning, 6 foot, 210-pounder with the pick, stepped right in front of Riley Goodnight, and Danville gets the first turnover of the ball game.
Yeah, that's a little bit of inexperience there, and that's what we were just mentioning a little while ago. If you have that interior that you can absolutely plug everything with your down linemen, those outside linebackers can cheat to the outside an extra step or two. Against a team, you don't have that strength in the inside. That guy would maybe be a fingertip away from that. That'd be a completion. You get 4 or 5 yards, and life is looking good. But they can widen those guys. Those guys can be a lot more aggressive on those underneath routes, the hitches, the slants, and that's exactly what you saw right there.
McGovern in the backfield with Stewart. Toss sweep. McGovern, 40, gets by McMahon towards the marker, and finally dropped by Zigman. That's going to be close to a first down.
It really is. That was a really nice block on the defensive end out there. I think that might have been by the slot. Did a good job. Wasn't a hold. Got a good push off the line of scrimmage, which made that edge a lot softer, and the running back just turned it up and used that burst of speed that he has.
'77, Keaton Myers starting at left defensive tackle tonight. Here's the pass into the flat. Fullwider makes the catch. It's his 17th catch of the year. That's Braxton Fullwider, another size guy, 6'3", 185. This is his first year playing varsity football, an outstanding basketball player for Brian Barber's Warriors. They've got a lot of size to contend with, and now a youngster can really catch the football.
He sure can. That was a nice route, too. He had a lot of separation with the corner over there.
First down, Warriors. 27-yard line.
Well, they got an interesting matchup on the bottom here. It looks like they're one-on-one, no safety in the middle field.
McGovern stood up by Carreras and pulled down at the mesh point. A little difficult to hand off.
Yeah, there was a mesh path issue there. I don't know if the quarterback just didn't get out of the way enough or if the running back may just cut a little early. But luckily the offensive line held long enough so that the gap was enough to get a nice gain.
McGovern, 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6. Most impressively, I think, for Danville is the left tackle, Caleb Caudle, 6'3", 275, does a tremendous job for Jamie Comer's Warriors. Ethan Cook, 54, for Frankfort's going to have his hands full. This is McGovern. Left side, inside the 10, and dropped there by Sam Michael, but not before another Danville first down.
Yeah, right now those edges, both sides are just really, really soft. The defensive ends have been nowhere to be seen trying to contain that and get that thing turned upside, and the linebackers haven't been filling in that gap. I mean, you can have the defensive end a little bit underneath as long as that linebacker and the safety comes down to help, but right now no one is there.
Matthew McGovern this year Number 22 has 25 carries for 176 yards, 2 touchdowns. Typically, the starting tailback is number 3, Andrew Papa, with 448 yards. But McGovern is the guy tonight, and he's quick.
And McGovern's 190, it's listed in the program. So that quickness with that size, that is really a nice combination.
Stewart, and that one thrown behind the intended receiver. Number 11, Brayton McMahon. McMahon leads the Warriors in receptions with 20 for 248 yards and a touchdown. That just was a communications error.
Yeah, just a little mishap.
Number 5 is Jimmy Greenfield, seeing some playing time. Doesn't see much playing time for the Warriors. He's a senior, 6'3", 200 pounds. You see Tyler Dawson now. They're flanking the tight end to the right side along with Fullwider.
Good jump that.
The pass to Dawson, 5, goal line, touchdown. Walked right in at the goal line. The big guy, 6'4", 240, and the Warriors on the board once again. It's 13-0.
Yeah, the wide receiver just ran a deep route. The corner had to give ground to him until he saw the break out by the tight end or the inside slot. He tried to come down and make the play, but that is a big physical mismatch. He just ran right through it and made the score.
Second touchdown for Mason Stewart. Caleb Harvey in for the extra point. For the Danville Warriors and Jamie Comer looking for their 6th victory of the season. Solid snap by DiBenedetto, the long snapper, and the kick is right through, and it's 14-0.
Pretty quickly, too, yep. Goodnight made a little penetration right there. I thought he was going to block that extra point, didn't quite get there. But yeah, those are 2 pretty quick scores, and really I'm not sure if there's a whole lot that Frankfort can do about it, to be honest with you. They're not doing anything majorly wrong. It's just, I think, just a big physical mismatch.
One of our game sponsors tonight is Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications offers a variety of internet speeds that fits your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us at weendeavor.com for more information. Thank you, Endeavor Communications. Danville 14, Frankfort nothing, and we're still in the first quarter.
Yep. I mean, a whole lot you can say about it. Just keep playing, keep trying to do your best, and then, just work on getting better. Work on getting your technique better, work on getting your physicality, work on your tackling, because there's some things you can control and things you cannot. And right now, just having a little bit of different skill level with some of your kids versus the Danville kids, that's pretty much uncontrollable.
Harvey will set up the kickoff. He's looking to put the tee down on the left side of the field. He'd been kicking from the right side early on in this contest. He wants to get a different look here. The first kick was relatively short as Lane Todd took the football up for about a 15 to 17 yard return for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Harvey, the short run up, and the kick's going to be caught at about the 20-yard line. Solid return across the 35-yard line by Frankfort's Rolando Castillo, the freshman, 5'5", 130 pounds.
He is a very good little returner. He is all year long. I've been really impressed with him. He has absolutely zero fear, at least that I've noticed. And another nice return from Frankfort again. And the last drive didn't quite start and end the way they wanted with that quick pick, but we'll see what happens this time. Hopefully they can get some movement down here and get some motivation and some confidence.
Braden Hahn, one of the defensive linemen for Danville right now, number 74. Number 49, Evan Lawrence. Lawrence is a pretty big kid, about 6'6". And the first run to the left side is Jacob Burns. And coming up is number 11. That's safety. You got to keep him away from there. And Brayton McMahon comes in the box, number 11, and makes a tackle for loss.
Yeah, I mean, if you were just looking in here, it looks like they have everyone's a linebacker. They don't have any deep safeties at all. Everyone's within 10 yards. That's where Frankfort needs to attack. They need to attack the passing game in the flank, which is where the first pass went. They got picked. They're trying to run a little toss there. So, I mean, that's what you have to try to do Just hopefully you can get some execution.
Doug Wood, pressure up front, and Morrell, the big defensive tackle, pulls him down after maybe a gain of 1.
Yep, a lot of pressure on that pass.
Trey Morrell, number 55 at 6'4", 275. 1.5 sacks this year credited, 6.5 tackles for loss. He is a guy that they like to move him around, defensive tackle, defensive end. Does a really nice job for Coach Comer and the Warriors. Wood, downfield, underthrown, and the intended receiver was Riley Goodnight.
Yeah, a nice route. He was wide open. He had a middle linebacker right in his face, just tattooed him. Or he could have stepped into that and made a lot better throw, and that would have been a nice gain. That was a very physical tackle right there by the blitzing middle linebacker.
Austin Bell will punt for Frankfort. He has 5 punts this year for an average of 27.8. McMahon and Wiest back to return the punt for the Warriors. This one off the side of his leg, and this is going to take a Frankfort bounce, but picked up by McMahon and driven out of bounds by Carreras inside Frankfort territory.
Yeah, a little bit of a sidewinder there. We're hoping to get a forward kick. What a gutsy move there by your man. He wanted to make something happen, but luckily there was a Frankfort kid sitting right in front of him and took him out of bounds.
1st and 10 for the Warriors at the Frankfort 48. 14-0. Mason Stewart, number 15, is the quarterback for the Warriors. We talked about Cottle, the left guard, the left tackle, 63. Marshall Clark, 5'11", 230-pounder. We got some beef on the left side for Danville. McGovern in the backfield. 2-step drop. The pass is caught once again by Wiest. He gets away, and another first down. Solid pitch and catch. B.J. Wiest, number 17 for the Warriors.
Yeah, just your generic old little hitch out there. He breaks the tackle and just about rips it off. Luckily, the safety came over in time to make the play and get him knocked out of bounds.
31-yard line for Danville. The clock stops at just 7:12 to play, only in the first period. The fireworks have been flying all over the place to start this month for the Danville Warriors. Stewart out of the gun. McGovern met right in the hole by Zigman. Nice job.
Nicely done. The defensive tackle did a good job stepping up, trying to run a little counter play. Tackle took the lead blocker out. The slot folded up underneath like you should have called looking at linebacker, but the defensive end came over there and just absolutely met him square in the chest and just put him on his back. Nice play, Frankfort.
Zigman's 35th tackle of the year for Frankfort. 2nd down and about 11, a loss of 1 on the play as tackle for loss credited to number 53, Kyle Zigman.
That's the kind of thing we need to see right there. That's what we want to get, a little bit of confidence here, a little twist on the
Stewart
outside.
Looking deep. And this one wide of Wiest, and Carreras was on the defense.
Yeah, there we go. You got a little bit of pressure that time again. Zigman went underneath in the B gap, and then the tackle kind of looped around. Got a little bit of pressure. Had to get rid of the ball a little bit quicker and threw the ball a little wide. That's exactly what Frankfort needs to do. Get a little bit of pressure and be sound on the interior on the run game.
3rd down. Stewart with McGovern behind him.
I'd be looking at the top of the screen there. That's where they've been going to all night when they needed something. Got Dawson and Fullwider at the top. That's their go-tos.
2-step drop, throws down the middle, and it is caught at the 10, the 5, and down to the 2-yard line is the tight end, Tyler Dawson. And Riley Goodnight was able to make the tackle. It'll be another first down, and we've just been told, I believe, that Cal Payne, the starter, changed his jersey. That is Cal Payne, number 15. It is not number 15 on the roster. which was Mason Stewart. So that is a starter at fact, Cal Payne.
Because this young sophomore is throwing the ball like a senior player. He is throwing it like a stud, so that makes a lot of sense. I tell you, that was very unfortunate pass play right there. Frankfort had that covered. If Goodnight knew where the ball was, he really could have had an easy interception right there. But his back was turned trying to make up some space, even though that really wasn't his man.
Papa now in the lineup. There's a toss sweep to him at the goal line. Nobody's there. He jumps into the end zone, and that is another Danville Warriors touchdown. The starting running back, Andrew Papa, his third touchdown run of the season for the Warriors. They're on top 20-0. Caleb Harvey in to kick for Danville for the extra point. Six minutes and 20 points on the board. The Danville Warriors have just absolutely overpowered the Hot Dogs early on in this ball game. The kick is up. It's good. So it's 21-0, and we've only played half of a period.
Yep. When you've got the kind of quick strike athletes that they have, that it can happen in a hurry. It really can. I will say that defensive period did look better, though. They got a little pressure on the quarterback. They had a nice stop on a run play. The little deep post right there was actually covered pretty well, to be honest with you. We had a guy over the top. The underneath man just didn't quite know where the ball was. And like we said before, that easily could have been interception if he had some awareness of where the ball was. So that's an improvement, but still, and that's a lot of points in a hurry. So they need to better work on getting a lot better at that, or it's going to get out of hand in a hurry as well.
So if we reverse the tape here, Cal Payne was the guy that's already had two touchdown passes. One a 15-yarder to B.J. Wiest, another 15-yarder to Tyler Dawston. And then Papa runs it in from a couple yards out for the touchdown, and Cal Payne must have left the jersey back at home.
Oh, yeah, that very well could be. Very well could be. Or, another possibility, may have got a little bit of blood on it, so sometimes you have to switch out. But you don't normally take a kid's jersey that's already on the roster. It's usually one you have in the bag over there on the side. It's hard telling, man. We've had kids leave helmets and shoes and their shoulder pads, so it can be anything. It's one of the fun things about coaching high school.
Caleb Harvey will kick off for the Warriors. They're up 21-0. Short kick down the middle of the field at about the 20. Gage, 35, and he's finally run down. One of the Danville Warriors was able to get him, number 47, Trevor Stotts, the junior. And a nice job by number 15, Garrick Burge. I said Gage, it's Burge. Garrick Burge. It's switched the G and a B, and Burge had a nice return.
Yeah, another nice return. That has been one bright spot so far is the kickoff returns for the Frankfort. They've had good field position every series so far.
Doug Wood will lead the Hot Dogs back out of the field, trying to get them back on the board in the ball game. Down 21-0, as you see early on in the contest. Danville has just been smoking, and they've really played well since that loss to Mooresville early on in the season. Take a look at Caden Manning, number 23. He had a big pick early on in this ball game, and now they sent him really close to the line of scrimmage. Lots of pressure for Frankfort. Manning now setting up. Now he's going to step back. Wood has some pressure on the backside, throws down the middle, and just misses receiver just behind McDonald. That'll be second down.
It was a good call, nice offensive call. Wood saw it. It was right in that little pocket there between the linebackers. It was a perfect position, just underthrew it a little bit. I didn't quite see if he had any pressure in his face or not, but that's one that really should have been completed.
Empty backfield upcoming for Doug Wood and Frankfort. Second down and 10 here in the first period. Looking to his left, now he's going to run the football. Across the 40-yard line, positive yards, run out of bounds by Devin Keith, but not before he got 4 yards.
Yeah, that's fantastic. A little diamond formation. A lot of times people will run a little bubble screen out there with that back receiver. Danville jumped that right away, took it away, made them do something else. There was nothing else, and Wood did a nice job pulling it down and getting something positive, and then you have a shorter chance for making the third down conversion.
The challenge for Frankfort tonight, every time they've had the ball offensively, they played behind the chains. They're behind it now. It'll be 3rd and long for Doug Wood. Blitz down the middle, screen, and drop by Jacob Burns. He had a lot of grass in front of him. Potential for a first down. It'll be 4th down upcoming.
Yeah, once again, that was a perfect call for that play. Absolutely nice play call. The offensive front really did a very nice job with a lot of pressure. They sent the entire house. They had it. The ball was right on the mark, and you just got to make that catch. You just have to make that completion right there because there's a chance he gets the first down.
Austin Bell will be the punter now for Frankfort. McMahon and Wiest again back. They're standing only on their 35-yard line. Here's the kick. It's a short one. McMahon takes it on a hop. And down he goes.
There we go. Nice punt, nice cover.
Lane Todd.
That's well played right there all the way around.
Lane Todd was able to come down on the defense, number 25. A good look at him and make the tackle on Brayton McMahon for Danville. But the Warriors' defense comes up big once again.
Boy, McMahon is fearless. He didn't care what's going to happen with it if he catches the ball.
It'll be first down for the Warriors from their own 31-yard line. And that is Cal Payne, number 15 now, at quarterback, with McGovern in the backfield for Jamie Comer's Warriors. McGovern off the left side. He's got plenty of room. And he's going to be finally driven down by Riley Goodnight.
That was a
but
real
not
nice
after a
tackle.
It was a good tackle, but not after a good solid gain.
Yeah, and they had a nice pull from the backside. Get out here, get a kick. That's really Frankfort did a lot better job defending. They had a lot more bodies around the man this time. Still a little bit of spacing issues there, but a nice fill by Goodnight.
7-yard gain for McGovern. 2nd and 3. Danville, 38-yard line.
Need to get a little bit more of a squeeze from the outside to make that gap a little bit narrower so there's less options, less wiggle room.
Payne, 4-man rush, screen Dawson, gets by one tackler. Brett Woods had some from behind, and he gets some help by Garrick Burge. Burge and Wood converged on the pass play, but it's good enough for a first down.
Yep, we've seen that play a few times tonight already. That's the first time that they really read it quickly and converted and attacked it real well. And Burge is an underclassman, so it takes a couple of reps to kind of get a feel for that, and he really did a lot better job jumping at that time.
Cal Payne doing a tremendous job managing this football program with 2 touchdowns tonight. McGovern right down the middle, and Carreras pulls him from behind. That's another big gain on first down.
Boy, that's a big collapse down from that defensive end position to make that play. That was a big play. Just got to make sure you're careful now, because they start doing that a lot. And next thing will happen, the quarterback will pull that, run that little zone read inside, and he'll be taking that thing around the end. 2nd
down and just 2 yards to go for the Warriors at their own 49-yard line. Over center is Parker McIntyre Craig. McGovern, he's got lots of space. Look at him go. Finally driven down from behind, but not after another Danville first down.
That was supposed to be a little inside trap. They trapped the tackle, but he didn't like it. He bounced it. There happened to be another crease to the outside because of a hard squeeze. All the linebackers dove to the interior because they read the pull, and then he just zipped her right on down the field.
20-yard gain for McGovern. 31-yard line, first down and 10 for Danville. Marching again, 21-0. We're just playing in the first period. Out of the shotgun, Payne looks for Dawson, has his man, and he dropped it. Tyler Dawson with a drop on the play, but it was well defended by Garrick Burge.
Yep, jumped it again. Nice little hitch there. A big body like that, it's pretty easy just to get wide, block the defender off, catch the ball, but he just kind of lost his concentration at the last second.
Second down and 10 upcoming for Danville. Some outstanding tight ends from the Sagamore Athletic Conference. One of them, Alec Burton, from Danville, now playing at Ohio University, and the other tight end from rival Tri-West, Peyton Hendershot, having an outstanding career at Indiana for Tom Allen and the Hoosiers. This is Payne from the shotgun. Two-step drop, looking downfield, throwing, and just overthrew his man. That would have been a touchdown. I mean, Braxton Fullwider was open.
He sure was. He really sure was. You've got to get a little bit of hands on him. They're going to run that little deep route, that little timing route. You've got to get some hands on him, slow that route down at least a step, step and a half if you can get it. And that ball will just sail over the head and make the quarterback look silly. But he just got enough to keep it out of reach.
Talked about a lot of size for Danville. Both Fullwider and Dawson play basketball for Brian Barber's club. They've got a lot of size on the outside. And with Dawson being the tight end, they spread him out as well. McGovern, nice step to the right. He's going to get himself a first down.
Goodness gracious, that kid is pretty decent. For the backup, he's pretty darn good because Frankfort really did a fantastic job plugging the point of attack. That was an interior run play, interior zone play, and he just bounced it out. Just unfortunately, the defensive end wasn't out there to take the bounce with the outside linebacker, or however they had it schemed up. But that was really well done at the point of attack by Frankfort.
Well, they're going to mark his knee down at about the 23, so it'll be 4th and short. I thought he had a first down. His knee was short, so McGovern is short. Here come the Warriors on 4th down. Frankfort needs to hold. McGovern off the left side, gets a good block. He's got a first down. He's got more, the 10. He's to the 5. He's down to the 3-yard line, out of bounds.
The exact same thing that happened on the far side is the exact same thing that happened back here, back-to-back plays. Frankfort did a great job at the point of attack, but the outside man, the contained player, was vacant. He was ghosting out there, and no one was home to take the bounce.
Austin Bell was the guy that finally came up and made the tackle for Frankfort. It'll be 1st and goal and a timeout on the field. This is a big ball game right now for Danville. They are really doing a great job offensively. One of our game sponsors tonight is Defining Looks Wig, Hair, and Nail Salon. They can assist you with a wig for your hair loss needs due to COVID-19, any medical conditions such as cancer or age-related thinning hair. They are also certified in toppers, wigs for kids and children with hair loss. Find them at www.defininglooks.com or on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you, Defining Looks. Wig, hair, and nail salon. And right now, Frankfort is really being challenged defensively. Danville is just absolutely controlling the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they really are. And when Frankfort does do a nice job plugging the point of attack, their auxiliary player, their backup players out there for the bounce are not there. So I don't know if there's a miscommunication. It happened on both sides. So I don't know if it's a scheme issue or if it's a communication issue about who has the interior and who has the bounce. But that definitely needs to be settled down quite quickly.
And this is a tough loss, if you will. Hopefully in the short term for Frankfort, you see Ethan Cook, number 54, walks off the field on his own power. He has been an outstanding football player all season long for the Hot Dogs.
Yeah, he has. He's been one of the kind of anchor guys on that defense who's trying to keep things under wraps in the run game.
Cook with a sack, 29 tackles this year, but he's out of the ball game. The leading tacklers are in the middle, Bretton Wood and Austin Bell, along with Kyle Zickman, who had a good play earlier on this ball game. But right now, Danville knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 1. Pop it in the backfield. Off the right side. He pushes forward. Did he get in? There's a big scrum at the goal line.
Yep, no signal yet, so it looks like they held. 3 more.
Carreras, number 40, along with Bretton Wood in the middle for Frankfort. And Kyle Zickman, all 3 of them converging on Papa at the goal line. It'll be 2nd and goal. Frankfort trying to hold on here late now in the first period. Cal Payne with McGovern in the backfield. McGovern in motion, toss sweep. He fumbled the football. I think Frankfort has it.
Ball. There we go. There you go. That's what you
needed. It looked like
Fantastic.
Carreras was the guy that came around the backside. He gets the fumble.
Fantastic. I tell you, what a nose for the ball. Nice job. A little missnap there on the, once again, a loss of concentration by the running back on that little toss. It was a good play call. And then, boy, did Frankfort get there in a hurry. Nicely done.
Vlad Carreras Lantigua, 6'1", 195 pounds. Plays both ways, tight end and defensive end. Comes up with a big fumble recovery. just what the doctor ordered. Now let's see if Frankfort can put together an offensive drive. The challenge here, they're going to have to start deep in their own territory.
Yes, they are. That's horrifying for a coach. But, hey, you just got to do what you got to do. You can't just ignore where you're at right now. Just call the plays that you need to call. The play calls last series were really good. They had the kids in position to make plays, and they just didn't have the ability to execute. So hopefully this time they'll do a little bit better at catching the ball, a little bit better getting the ball delivered in the right positions.
1st and 10 for Frankfort from their own 2. Julio Rivero will snap the football, the center, number 50. Doug Wood, the quarterback. Single back, Jacob Burns. Looking for Burns out of the backfield. Caught it at the 5. And, boy, he was wrestled down. Nice play by Danville. The Warriors got off the ball quickly. That's a down lineman. 65, Andrew Smith, the sophomore. He's a big one, too. He's 6'4", 200.
Yeah, he moved. I think he might actually be a linebacker with that number. We'll have to see. But, yeah, he flew up the play. And that was the play they had earlier that was dropped. I mean, that's what they needed, a little 5-yard gain, get a little space between them and the goal line. Now it's manageable down in distance.
2nd and 5 from the 7. Wood getting a pressure, and down he goes. Did he cross the goal line, or is that a safety?
I think he is. Momentum was broken before he crossed the line, but it is going to be maybe a hair from the goal line.
We just mentioned his name, and coming in with the sack was Andrew Smith, number 65, who is in fact playing linebacker there that made the tackle as they were blitzing from the outside. It'll be 3rd and long for Frankfort, possibly trying to run this clock out here in the first period.
It looks like Ethan Cook just came back in. That's good to see. They really need him on both sides of the ball.
They'll have to get this ball snapped because the play clock is down to 5. Well, there's a flag thrown and a legal procedure.
And that's not going to hurt much because they don't have very far to go. I'm not sure. There's a little disconnect between where the ball is spotted right now and where that down marker is marked. It looks like they've got like 2 yards to the goal line, but I can tell right here there's zero space between maybe one blade of grass between the goal line and the ball.
Doug Wood down the middle. It's deflected up in the air, and it falls in front of Jacob Burns.
Yeah, tried to hit that little quick slant, that little bubble there again, and just got batted down by those tall defensive linemen by Danville.
Boy, that's dangerous. Andrew Papa in the defensive lineup now, number 3 for Danville, playing in the corner slot. He slipped and fell. He might have had a chance if he just stayed up top to make an interception. And now Bell's checking the game to punt, and he's going to punt from the back of the end zone.
With no room. You normally want to have 14, 12, 14, 15 yards, depending on who you are. Now they're going to be really collapsed down. And then you're going to have to play max protect, so you don't have to have all your wings inside, so it's pretty easy to break one on the outside if you're a return player.
McMahon and Weiss, the 26. Bell's kick. McMahon going back. It'll be Weiss. He'll go down at the 42-yard line. That's a 41-yard kick.
That was a real nice kick under all that pressure, and that was really nice coverage because we found out they are not afraid to return it with that ball doing anything, and they tried, but they had people in the play. So that was very well executed. I tell you the highlight tonight, which is the first time really Frankfurt special teams have been very sound. They really, really have. That really saved them there.
1.5 seconds technically on the clock, so there'll be one more play that'll be run off here by the Warriors here in the first period. And even though the Warriors have done a great job offensively, they're still pretty much taking their time running their plays. They're milking the clock as much as they can, and they're really well under control on the offensive end. Parker McIntyre Craig, number 59, he's 5'10", 225, is the center. They'll snap it back to Cal Payne. Payne back to pass, looking down to the right side, and he overthrew full wider, and that will end the first period. But not after the Danville Warriors are off to a quick start. It's Danville 21, Frankfort nothing. You're watching high school football on the ISC Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And, of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
Why would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going
before.
to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch. Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
As we return to action for Frankfort High School. Begin the second period. Andrew Papa, the running back, takes the ball over the left side, and he gets about a 4-yard gain, so it'll make it 3rd and 6 for Danville. Big play upcoming for Frankfort's defense.
Yeah, they tried to run that interior play. He bounced it, and this time Frankfort had some guys there, so it looks like they're sorting that out. Got a little bunch down here at the bottom of the screen. I do love that formation. It is. You can do so much out of it, running the single man
looks
fade.
left. Yep.
Very nice defense. Oh,
there's a flag.
Oh, he's got to be right because he's the official. But I tell you, both guys were hand fighting that. For an old defensive guy, that's the way I would want that guy to play that. Get in his face, get in his grill, make him fight his way down the field. It wasn't a hold, but he thought that there was a little too much contact, throws the flag. So that's definitely his prerogative to call that way.
Kai Kirby was the defender there for Frankfort, number 6. He had B.J. Weiss covered fairly well. The ball was well overthrown. I'm surprised they threw the flag, and that is a critical penalty because it'll be 1st down and 10 for Danville, and the Warriors will now have the football.
He may have gotten the flag, but I tell you, I do like that. I like the fact that he was being aggressive. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's another one of these guys who's an underclassman. He's a sophomore. I like how he was scrapping with him. As a coach, I think Coach Kirby will be all right. I mean, not Coach Kirby. Coach will be fine with that in the film room, that he was showing some aggressiveness there.
Blitz, back
Great
to pass.
Pressure. That's what they need. Nicely done.
Carreras did a good job getting his hands up, as you mentioned, deflected the football. And it'll be 2nd and 10. A little bit of pressure on Cal Payne. He's not as good a quarterback.
No, that's what you were saying earlier, that a lot of his success has come from just being a good, accurate passer, but also the protection he gets from that offensive line. And you're exactly right.
His offensive line has done a great job for him all season. He's came into tonight's game 85 for 133 for 1,046 yards. If you can put pressure on him, he's a much different quarterback. But that's easier said than done because he's got an outstanding line. They do a great job.
Yeah, he is a very good pocket passer, but that is kind of what he is. He is a pocket guy. I don't think he's a guy who's going to beat you with his feet.
That pass out of the backfield to the senior who makes the catch. And that's number 5, Jimmy Greenfield. And Jimmy Greenfield does not play very much for Danville. Gets a chance to play in tonight's ball game. Held on to it, but not much yardage gain. I believe it'll be 3rd down and long.
Another real nice defensive way to close down. Instead of all that cushion, he read it. They broke down on the ball and made a nice tackle. Much better defensive series.
This time they roll Payne out. Pass on the right side, inside about the 16-yard line.
Short.
And that's number 4. I think that's Brandon Fullwider. Braxton Fullwider. Another excellent catch. Look how long he is.
All the receivers, I tell you, man, they are so long and so athletic. It is what a tough matchup.
He's got some size. That is 4th down and short, an 8-yard pass play. So for the first time in quite a long time, Danville's offense is now pushed to the wall. And Frankfort looking to make a play up front.
Yeah, second time they've had a 4th down in the last 2 series, so definitely showing some improvement.
Payne to pop off the left side. Carreras has him, but he runs forward. It's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be depend on the spot here. We'll see. but that was nicely done again. They made the ball bounce, so looks like they've definitely taken care of that situation where the contained player was maybe folding underneath or maybe cheating a little bit. I'm not sure, but that's a couple times that they've bounced that outside and there was nowhere to go. That's nicely done.
The Hot Dogs defense win the battle there, and then Danville turns the ball over, so Frankfort gets the football back at their own 14, a chance to get some points on the board here in the second period. Crazy things can happen in high school football. Yes, it is a game of momentum.
It is, especially with young men. My God, get a little adrenaline going, and you never know what's going to happen. But that is a great series for Frankfort. Showed a lot of toughness there, a lot of get in your face and play hard. I really like that series.
Michael on the screen. Nice job, footwork, and gets out of bounds. Great job by Sam Michael, the converted quarterback, playing running back, receiver, and Doug Wood did a nice job of throwing the ball to him. A good touch.
Boy, that was a lot of work for 2 yards, but that is another positive, and that's why they moved him out there. Get a guy out here who can make a big play, make something happen, and that's what he did.
Second down and 8 yards to go for the Hot Dogs. Doug Wood at quarterback. Again, looking for Michael at the 10 and running out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And excellent defensive play there by the Danville Warriors. They did a great job of running that play out of bounds. And Caleb McRoberts gets the tackle, number 36, the senior. McRoberts not listed as a starter, but I believe he has started this year for the Warriors. Tough snap. Wood looks down the middle. Michael dropped the football.
Nice little route call. They had a little bit of I don't know what you want to call it, a little bit of, not a little, geez, I'm drawing a blank right now. But a little curve route in there, let the linebackers get upfield a little bit, get their pressure on, let the outside linebackers get wide, try to get underneath the slants, and then you kind of bring your back up underneath them. A lot of times you get a huge gain down the middle. Just didn't quite make the connection there.
Austin Bell will punt. Ethan Cook will snap for Frankfort. Bell, as you see, standing at his 5. Look out. Barely got this one away. Fair catch made by McMahon. Takes it at the Frankfort 38-yard line. It'll be Warriors football.
Boy, that was scary close. Woo. Oh, boy. That's not what they needed. Good coverage again, though. Very good coverage.
First down and 10 for the Danville Warriors. One of our game sponsors tonight at Healthy Communities of Clinton County. The Healthy Communities of Clinton County Coalition, formed in 2006, partnership of healthcare providers, service care providers, educators, and community leaders who are interested in addressing issues of health in Clinton County community. Now, over 15 years later, the coalition is still committed to making permanent changes by encouraging policy, systems, and environmental changes with the desire to always make the healthy choice the easy choice. Learn more at healthyclintoncounty.com. And again, another positive gain for Danville. That's near that first down marker.
It sure is. A little quick slant. Got right inside there. Nice grab in traffic. And good tackle.
Second down and short. About 1 yard from the 29-yard line for Danville. Payne with McGovern in the backfield. Payne throws to Fullwider. 25, goes forward, and he's finally knocked out of bounds. Solid tackle by Bryce McDonald, but not before. There's some positive yards, but there's a flag on the play. And that's the first flag we've seen all night long.
It has been a very clean ball game. But they got him a little hold there.
Thanks to our statistician here, Chris Butler. That is the second flag. There was that pass interference.
Oh, he is one of those math guys. They keep track of that stuff.
You got to have a math guy upstairs to figure that out. There's no doubt about it. I love it. But it'll move the football back. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. Down remains second down at about 10, maybe 11.
I think he may have been a little bit bitter on that pass interference call still. I don't think he's quite over it yet.
Payne, screen, Wiest breaks a tackle, another tackle. And down he goes finally at the 22-yard line before Riley Goodnight gets him down. He broke about 3 Frankfort tackles. And what do you know? Danville gets themselves a first down.
That actually was covered pretty well. I mean, the quarter stepped up, tried to make the tackle. That's just the difference between having a senior there and a sophomore there. He's just not quite strong enough to put him down.
Yahir Matias checks in the lineup now as you see number 7 for Frankfort, the DB.
Somebody needs to get down and hit that. There we go. Hit that point, man.
Payne looks to the right. Dropped by his receiver. Boy, right in the hands of Brayton McMahon.
You know, that was a little spooky right now. Generally, when you cover that, you want to get a guy on the point, man, get a little hit on him and be able to maintain outside leverage from there in that bubble. But no one went with him after he fought off the block, off the jam by the inside guy. That is a scary deal. That is a touchdown in a heartbeat unless they get that sorted out. One of those two deep guys, usually 36, is the one who kind of rallies with the deep right that breaks out of there.
Payne down the middle, caught by Weist, and finally pulled down after a nice gain. Kai Kirby was the defender and made the stop. But again, another Danville Warriors first down.
Yeah, very consistent, very, very methodical, very solid ball club offensively.
And Danville's not taking a whole lot of time to get the play calls in. Right after the play is run, Cal Payne runs over to the sideline, gets the play call, heads out to the huddle, trips to the left. McGovern, right side, good tackle up front. Again, Riley Goodnight. Couple yards. 2nd and goal for Danville upcoming. Ferris, Cook, Myers, and Wood, the down lineman up front for Frankfort. McGovern, right side, spins away, over the end zone, touchdown. McGovern. Matthew McGovern, the senior, 5'10", 185, and that is a 5-yard touchdown and a 27-0 Danville lead.
Yep. The defensive end went down nice and square, made the ball bounce, but once again, there's no one there to pick up the bounce. So it looks like they may have gotten that sorted out on the other side, but this side down here, they still need to kind of work out what's going to happen right there. If not for this game, for the future, because that's something that someone's going to scout on film, and they're going to try to take advantage of it the next week and the next week and the next week.
Trey Thompson to hold. The kick is up by Caleb Harvey, and it's 28-0 Danville. And right now, Danville has balance offensively. 2 running touchdowns, 2 throwing the football in the end zone, 4 touchdowns in all here in the first half, and it's 28-0.
Yeah, they're doing everything well, absolutely everything well. There have been flashes of Frankfort looking pretty good at different aspects, but I tell you, Danville just is a matchup that is very difficult to handle.
Sean, one of our game sponsors tonight is Endeavor Communications Business Phone Solutions. More than a phone system, Endeavor offers a hosted unified communications solution that gives businesses the ability to be accessible anytime, anywhere, on any device. Find out more at www.weendeavor.com. And Danville will kick off leading 28-0. It's been all Warriors tonight. Caleb Harvey will do the chores for Danville. Sam Michael is the deep back for Frankfort. As you see, he's standing at his own 20. That is the only kink in the Danville armor at Class 3A. Their kicking game isn't quite as sharp as some of the other top Class 3A teams.
Yeah, I've noticed that. And, last time we were here, you were talking about that, how important that kicking game is, especially someone can get the ball in the end zone every time. And this young man just doesn't seem to have the leg, I don't think. And that can really hurt them if they get a nice even matchup with some teams that have a big return man in the back.
Now there's Rolando Castillo again with the return. You like him quite a bit, that youngster.
Really
He's across the 30.
But he has got some guts. I do like how he plays.
Doug Wood will start this offense at his own 33-yard line. Burns, and he gets stood up and pounded by Devin Keith. I'm not sure if he got any yardage. He may have got a good spot, that's for certain.
It looked like he got maybe a yard. It sure looked like he got a lot more than he did, to be honest with you. I thought that was a 3-yard gain possibly, but he definitely got set back. I think maybe if he had gotten a little bit of a side cut here to the left, it might have gotten a little bit more, but they filled that very quickly.
2nd and 9 for the Hot Dogs. Looks like an interior blitz look by Danville. So they got that big linebacker, 65, sticking his nose in there. That's Andrew Smith.
So they need to try to replace the blitzer with a body, an offensive player.
There he goes.
Easy a slant.
Looks down the middle, the ball knocked up in the air, and it's incomplete. Boy, they had just 6-7 guys aligned.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah, they tried to replace we want to try to replace the blitzer with a receiver and get the ball out over the top of his head. They try to get Michael to knife in underneath that. But the Danville outside linebacker really did a good job keeping him walled out. Those outside linebackers have to, either them or the defensive ends, how you're going to play that, you have got to keep him walled out, keep him out of the middle so that the pressure can get home. And the outside linebacker did a great job doing that.
3rd and 9 for Frankfort. Getting some heat. Doug Wood across the middle, and he overthrew the football. He was looking for McDonald, but I tell you, Morrell put lots of heat on him, number 55.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they obviously
no
the interior guys made a big play. They had a blitz from the outside linebacker toward us, who went through the B gap. And if he would have had a little bit more time to get his feet set, he could have made a nice play. Then they could have had a first down for sure, but just no time to get the ball off.
Austin Bell in the punt for the Hot Dogs. James Spires' club offensively could not get out of the chains at tonight's game. Danville's defense has been playing outstanding tonight. Short kick, drives McMahon back. He fumbled the football. I believe he
Danville recovered.
Yep, Weist stepped on top of the football, number 17. But Danville gets the football back. Nearly another turnover.
Yeah, almost. Well, it's a little bit longer field possession this time for Danville. That's a good sign. Hopefully Frankfort can get a stop here and get the ball back.
The Warriors and Cal Payne have the football at their own 32-yard line. Matthew McGovern in the backfield. He's had an outstanding football game. Just came up with his first score of tonight. 5-yard run to put the Warriors up 28-0. This is McGovern. Outstanding defense. Brenton Wood made the tackle.
Real nice job trying to run a little inside trap instead of using a down lineman to trap, they're trying to use that little H-back on the far side. But there were way too many people in the backfield. There were too many guys to trap for one man.
No gain. The Warriors, 2nd and 10. Take a look at Tyler Dawson, the tight end. Split him out to the right side in the slot. Back to pass. Payne locks in one receiver. That's Weist. Got him to the 35 and finally driven out of bounds by Bell. The one thing about Payne, if you notice, he locks on to receiver.
Yeah, he does.
So watch his eyes because you could have a chance to pick him off.
Yep. Some of that, it could just be that he's an experience, but sometimes that's a pre-snap read as well. So if they're going to run those hitches like that, they're going to look at the guy who's going to be the softest cover. And so he may predetermine that for sure. So a team in the future may play that game a little bit. If that's what he seems to be doing, then they can play him off and then kind of creep him up at the last minute when the ball snapped because he won't be able to see that creep because he has to have his eyes on the ball.
4-yard gain in the pass play. Looks downfield. Got his man. That is another first down. And that's B.J. Weist again making the catch. And Kai Kirby came up and made the tackle.
Which if he didn't, that was going to be an enormous play. So that was a nice solid tackle by the young sophomore.
About a 13-yard pass play as you see Brent Wood checking out of the lineup for Frankfort, number 58. Payne at the helm for Coach Comer and the Warriors. Looks down the middle, throws, and just underneath, and that's incomplete. B.J. Weiss was intended receiver. He had two hot dogs on him. One of them was Riley Goodnight.
Yep. It was the underneath coverage coming from the linebacker position, trying to get underneath, and then you had the corner that was over the top. Back. It was the safety that was over the top because that was a slot receiver. That's the play that they had down here in the end zone not too long ago that Goodnight had a chance of getting the interception, but this time it was a lot deeper route, so he had no chance. He just there to help clean up the play.
2nd down and 10 for Danville. The ball at the 48-yard line. Ethan Duke is in at right tackle, number 72 for Danville. So they've gone to couple their backups on the up front, as you see Myers for Frankfort make the tackle.
Yeah, ran a little inside trap there with that H-back again. Both defensive ends really squeezed down hard and met each other at the running back for a small gain.
A little bit slower tempo here in the second period for Danville. They're not quite as effective as they were in the first quarter. Payne, he's back to pass. Carreras with the rush, steps in the pocket, got a man, first down. That's B.J. Wiest. He's been looking at Wiest as a target almost all night long. It's either Wiest or Fullwider, maybe a little Dawson, but Wiest, now that's his 4th or 5th catch.
Yeah, it is in this drive. It's been all him in this drive.
Frankfort playing with a soft corner. That'll be a first down. 17-yard pass play for Danville. The Warriors marching once again at the 35 here in the second.
No, you've got to be careful of the little sophomore corners. Keep running that hitch, then they're going to do that little hitch and go. So stay over the top. If he does end up
Payne getting a rush, and down he goes. Carreras again.
Yeah, it's really well done right there. They tried to run a little crossing route on the top. They actually switched off of the cross really well in the defensive backfield, which gave the quarterback nowhere to go with the ball and gave him enough time to get the pressure. That was a great job by Frankfort.
Vlad Carreras Lantigua, the senior, again, nice sack as he comes out of the ball game, showing a lot of energy and getting himself something to drink as well here. 2nd down. 7-yard loss on the sack. Payne, McGovern, left side. Breaks the tackle, look at. 30, 25, 20, and knocked out of bounds. And that will be a Danville first down. Just when Frankfort had Danville pinned back, 2nd and 17. McGovern breaks a long one down the left sideline.
Yeah, they had a defender there who could make the play, didn't quite get him down, and then with that speed, he made a huge gain out of it.
20-yard gain for McGovern. It'll be a first down for Danville. Matthew McGovern is having an outstanding ball game tonight. Came into tonight's contest with just 25 carries and 176 yards. He now has 3 touchdowns on the season. Payne looking right. Fullwider right off the top of his hands. Braxton Fullwider had 6 written all over, and he was covered there on the edge by Garrick Burge.
Yeah, he got an absolute free release. Didn't get any hands on him at all, and then it was a foot race after that. And even if it was a tie, speed-wise, he has a lot more height. He just lobbed the ball over his head and just didn't make the play.
Second down for Danville. McGovern slips off the right side. He's got a good hole, spins almost down towards the goal line, and he's finally dropped by Garrick Burge. That's a saving touchdown right there as he drops it inside the 5. First down, Danville. Danville is doing a good job calling plays because that play clock right now is down to 15. They're getting every bit they can out of this play clock here on the field. Payne looking on the left side, and this one is caught inside the 5 by the senior Greenfield. And a nice job defensively. One of the tacklers was Bell.
Yeah, real nice conversion on that little out play. Little slant, little slant out. Trying to get the outside part cleared out and make it a foot race. The ball was thrown perfectly in position, but Frankfort had their defenders right where they need to be, and they made the play.
2nd and goal. Danville's had a successful time with a little toss sweep here in short yardage situations. Payne, he's going to roll right. He's going to throw. There's a flag on the play. Dawson catches the football. Another flag comes down. This is the 3rd flag of our half. And it's a hold on Danville. So this one's coming back. Wipe away the touchdown pass. So the referees will mark this one off, and fortunately for Frankfort, that will push Danville back. The only good news for Danville here with the penalty is that the clock stops. They do not have to burn a timeout here. It'll be 2nd and goal all the way back at the 17-yard line. Both ball clubs still have 3 timeouts left.
Okay, the inside defenders for Frankfort have got to keep these inside receivers out of the middle of the field. You have no safety in the middle. You've got to wall them.
And he put his knee down. Cal Payne put his knee down, and he'll go down to about the 23-yard line. The clock is still running.
Well, they needed that pressure. That was really good pressure again.
3rd down and long for Danville. They are not calling timeout here. They're letting the clock just run. Third and goal. That means to score, they need a 23-yard play here. Payne, pressure down the middle, knocked down by McDonald.
Nicely done. Had great. A lot of it was set up by the nice pressure they had up front again on the quarterback, making him get the ball out in a hurry, which made him make a little mistake there. Well defended all the way around by Frankfort.
4th and goal from the 23. Danville, if they wished, if they had a kicker to knock this one through, they'd try it here. And they may do that. I'm not sure. Although it looks like they're sending in Papa into the game, so they're going to go for it. Andrew Papa, number 3, is checked in the lineup behind Cal Payne. 4th and goal for Danville. Blitz on the outside. Steps up, throws down the middle. It is
nicely
almost
done.
Picked.
Ooh, nice
almost
break.
Picked by Sam Michael.
Yeah, he had some good pressure. They brought Papa in to pick up that blitz, and then, boy, what a nice play by Frankfort. Good stand. Very nice stand.
And the Hot Dogs take over on downs at their own 23 as the clock stops with 42 and a half seconds left to go in the half. And Sean, a touchdown there means we're going to have a running clock.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
Because anytime you're over 30 points, the clock runs. But great effort there by the Frankfort defense to come up this one.
I don't have any big plans after this. I'm not sure about you. If I'm on the Frankfort staff, I'd rather have that clock keep going like it is right now, keep holding them.
The run in the backfield, and Devin Keith comes up and just stuffs this one. Riley Goodnight was the ball carrier. And I think that might even be a loss on the play of one as the clock is going to wind down. Frankfort may just want to head to the locker here at halftime. Down 28-0 to the Danville Warriors.
It looks like that's what they're going to do because they haven't even started to play clock yet.
And that's it. That's the end of the quarter. Danville on top in the Sagamore Athletic Conference battle here at Frankfort to start off the month of October. It's the Warriors 28 and the Hot Dogs nothing. You're watching IHSAA football on the ISC Sports Network.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable. To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24-plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit WeEndeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down.
Smith tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer.
Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
Why would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit WeEndeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable. To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24 plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down.
Smith tracks it down, shot at the buzzer. Sideline, he cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line?
Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants, makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave, bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Warren Central.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com. Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable! Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable! To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24-plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down.
Smith then tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer. Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line?
Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
How would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable! Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable! To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24-plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back to Frankfort High School. It's halftime here. Danville 28, Frankfort nothing. The Warriors and Jamie Comer looking for their 6th victory of the year. Frankfort 2-3. Looks like they may be 2-4 the way this ball game has turned out. But Danville's offense, Sean Wines, has been phenomenal. 2 touchdowns passing and 2 touchdowns running, and they've absolutely dominated.
They really have. I mean, they have done very little wrong. Frankfort's done what they could at times to slow them down, but I tell you, Danville really is legit on the offensive side. Even with their second running back in most of the game, he has had a great game. And I tell you, I haven't seen much of the Papa kid, but this guy here that's running the ball is pretty darn good too. So they have a nice, not only a first group of kids, but they have a nice second group of kids, at least in the skill positions, that has really put on a show.
That's Matthew McGovern that Sean's talking about with a 5-yard touchdown run in the second period. As Danville jumped out to a 21-0 lead, B.J. Wiest, a 15-yard touchdown pass from Cal Payne. Tyler Dawson, a 15-yard touchdown pass from Cal Payne. And then Andrew Papa had a 3-yard run to give Danville a commanding 21-0 lead. And they've just run away with this ball game at 28-0. And for Frankfort, James Byers Ball Club just has not mustered much offensively. But in the second half, could we see Sam Michaels warming up, come back and play quarterback?
Yeah, I see that. That's what we were kind of discussing here at halftime. That might be a thing. Maybe try to get a little something in the run game with his feet, because they were getting some pressure quite a bit. So if he could get one of those little creases where someone gets out of position on the over-exuberant pass rush, and maybe he can get some things done with his legs. We'll find out. We'll see. Or it could just be warmed up just in case something happens with Wood. We'll surely find out very soon.
I had a chance to see Danville play earlier this year against Lebanon. I made the point in that ball game, and I'll make it a point again tonight because he doesn't get enough credit. If you look across the sideline at about the 40-yard line, a guy in all black is a gentleman by the name of Matt Dugan. Matt Dugan is a sports performance coach for Danville. In the last 5 years, I've never seen a football team gain as much strength and speed as they have the Danville Warriors, and I credit Matt and his ability to connect with these young men at Danville High School. They have just absolutely transformed this program, and it's the reason why they're a threat to win a Class 3A title this year.
We could definitely tell that they're not just big and tall, but they're very athletic, very agile. And if you have a guy who can get the kids, not only get a good program that's sound, but also get the kids to buy in, that is enormous for any program, especially in the sport of football, where it's so physical to dominate, and you have so many different skills that you have to be able to do. You have to be able to be quick and bursty if you're a receiver. You have to be able to be quick, bursty, and have a lot of power as a running back. Of course, your offensive linemen have to have good feet, be agile and very powerful. So kudos to him for getting that program, the weight room working out.
And Sean, what's interesting is the fact that right now, just before the game started, we're tracking him right now with the camera. It was Matt Dugan who was in the middle of the sideline talking to his kids at halftime, and he's a sports performance coach. It wasn't the head coach, Jamie Comer. It was Coach Dugan, and that's the kind of impact he's had on them.
And a lot of these type of fellows now not only work on the physical aspect, they work on the mental aspect, what it takes to be a winner, what kind of right attitude do you need to have, picturing success, and that parts of the game, which for a long time wasn't really a thing, but in the last 10, 15 years has definitely become part, especially at the higher and higher level you get, and the larger the high school. Down south especially, they'll have guys just designated for that, and it's good to see that Danville can have the ability to do that.
And the guy who's kind of pioneered it, from my perspective, has been Kevin Vanderbush, who's been the longtime strength coach at Ben Davis High School. He's just done an absolutely amazing job at Ben Davis, dating back to years ago when he worked with Dick Delahagne, when Dick Delahagne was winning state championships at Ben Davis. And those two together took over a program, Ben Davis, that wasn't very competitive at all. And they've been able to turn it around, and they are really strong. So strength plays a huge role, as you know, in football.
It so does.
And right now, Danville will start off this third period kicking off. And it's number 43 to put the ball up in the air, Caleb Harvey. And it's Michael. And he is finally grounded after a long run, and number 18, Wyatt Gentry, was able to make the tackle for Danville.
Yeah, once you start getting sideways, there's some possibility to have a very, very big disastrous return, and he probably lost 5 or 10 yards on that return, trying to make something more than was there.
We'll start at the 20-yard line, and Doug Wood will lead the Hot Dogs out on the field. Danville has some backup defensive linemen in the ball game. They are not starting with their starters except for Keith, 34.
Oh, it looks like they switched. It looks like Michaels did come out. Yeah, we saw him warming up on the sideline. Michaels is in right now.
Nice pass by Sam Michael to Carreras near the 29-yard line. And Danville gets some help from Caden Collins, number 12, one of the tacklers. That's a positive yard for the Hot Dogs on first down, about a 9-yard gain. Jacob Burns in the backfield, along with Sam Michael, to start off this third period for Frankfort. Michael getting some heat, turns, gets away, and he is sacked at about the 21-yard line. One of the linebackers who was blitzing on the inside, number 36, Caleb McRoberts, is going to be credited with that sack, and that's a big loss for Frankfort.
Boy, it really is. That's a situation where once you got out of that initial situation, get in initial trouble, find one of these guys on the sideline, throw the ball as hard as you can, try to hit one of these cheerleaders here on the track, and then just get that ball back, live again, get a short yardage and a chance to make a better chance to get a first down here.
Michael, the lone setback is Jacob Burns. Across the middle, dropped. Right in the hands of McMahon, and he could not handle it.
That ball had a lot of heat.
I think that McDonald.
That was a little crisp in route, and he's running toward the quarterback to start with, plus he puts a lot of heat on that as a really hard ball to handle.
McMahon's number 11 for Danville. Bryce McDonald, number 36 for Frankfort.
It was definitely the right guy to go to. He also had the swing pass at the top of the screen to the running back, but just needs a little bit more touch there.
Bell barely got that punt off. Caught by McMahon at about the 46-yard line. Had some pretty good hang time.
That was really a good punt, yes.
So it'll be first down and 10 for the Warriors to start off the third period. And Cal Payne will be the Warriors' starting quarterback. Take a look at Jamie Comer with the headset on, wearing the white shirt. That's his ball club at 5-1 on top of the Sagamore Athletic Conference at 4-0. Payne, screen, spin, 40-yard line, and out of bounds. And good job by Brayton McMahon holding onto that pass. He plays both ways for Danville.
He got a lot out of that. I tell you, Frankfort didn't do too bad of a job defending that. They aggressively attacked the screen. They took the outside sideline initially, but then McGovern broke that tackle and got a nice gain after the broken tackle.
Ethan Duke, the right tackle, 6'5", 260. It's nice to have Duke on one side, Caudle on the other at 275. Big offensive line for Danville.
Still no nervous about this bunch, but having no one over the top of all that.
Payne looking for the screen.
Same play.
As this man.
There we go. Now they made the tackle that time. Nice job. Nice job.
Kai Kirby came up and made the tackle. As McMahon gets the reception. About a 6-yard gain. It'll be second down.
You kind of like to see a little bit more pursuit from the inside, keep that safety a little bit over the top, but doing a good job containing the outside. But you need to have your linebacker running down to fill that last gap and let the safety kind of sit over the top in case they try to do a little block and go by that point man in the bunch.
McGovern takes a step. He's down the sideline. He's got some speed. He's down inside the 10. He fumbled the football, and I believe Frankfort has it.
I think you're right. I think they
Kai Kirby. Kai Kirby recovers the Danville fumble.
Fantastic.
And Frankfort gets the second turnover of the ball game.
Well, what a turn of events. That was a wide open hole. What a fast run, and then just absolutely lost the ball at the end. Gee, Merry Christmas. Nice stop by Frankfort. Huge.
Kirby recovers at about the 7-yard line. So Doug Wood and the Hot Dogs will start from there. Actually, it's Sam Michael. As I pointed out earlier in the first possession of the third, it's Michael once again. He looks down the middle, fires a screen on the right side. Intended, I think that's Carreras out there, and he missed him. Nope, that's McDonald, 36. Bryce McDonald was the intended receiver.
That's pretty far over there. How I can see those numbers? That's a long way. I'm having issues. These old eyes.
2nd and 10 for Sam Michael and the Hot Dogs. Burns right across the line of scrimmage, and he's dropped there by number 74, Braden Hahn, 6'1", 205-pound sophomore for Danville, after a short gain of a couple. Sam Michael is 3rd and 7. Michael, deep pass, and this one is incomplete. It was intended for Doug Wood.
I think that was supposed to be a fade, but he kind of gave up on the route. I'm not sure why or what happened there, unless they were trying to read that back. It just looked like Michael took his steps and let it rip, which is what you would do on a timing route fade. A little miscommunication.
4th down and 7. Bell back in the ball game. And for Frankfort, with Ethan Cook snapping, you've got to be concerned because Danville's coming after this one.
Boy, they have had a lot of pressure all night long, too, right up the middle.
The snap, the kick, it's nearly blocked. Short, grabbed by Wiest at about the 35-yard line. Good hang time for Bell, but again, it was nearly blocked, and he had to get that one out in a hurry.
That must be why he's getting such good hair time. He's got out the sand wedge and get that thing over the top of that. Whew, that's giving me some extra gray hairs.
28-0 Warriors. Great field position for Jamie Comer's Danville Ball Club at the Frankfort 35. Payne. McGovern off the left side. He's at the 40 and finally brought down there by Castillo. after another 5 or 6 yard gain. Boy, that McGovern, he's quick.
He is quick, and he is strong. You said that's Castillo? That's my guy. That's my return guy is in there making a little play there. Nice job.
There he is, number 21.
That's the man.
He looks good.
He does look good. He's obviously, I tell you, he's got a lot of guts. 5'5", 130 coming up and taking that guy on. That's a nice job.
2nd and 5 for Danville.
And just let it be known, I am not related in any way to the young man.
Payne looks to the left, throws, got his man over the top of Wiest. And Kai Kirby again was in pretty good coverage for Frankfort.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job over there. He's forcing him. He's taking away the inside, forcing him to make that perfect throw to the outside, funneling him to the sideline, making that distance that the receiver has on a misthrow much, much less that he can adjust to. Earlier, he'd gotten in that nice little hand-fighting competition with him, even though it was a flag. It was good to see him being aggressive in his face.
3rd down. Payne to Dawson, got a first down. Bryce McDonald tracked him, but couldn't pull him back. It'll be a first down for the Warriors.
It's the same kind of route that Frankfort tried to throw a little bit earlier, but the quarterback put a little bit more touch on this, let the big guy catch the ball, and then he just being so strong, gets just that extra yard or two that he needs for the extra first down.
$22-yard line and a first down for Danville. Across the middle, caught by Fullwider, down to the 5, to the goal line. He did not score, but a nice toss and catch by Payne to Fullwider. It's a first down. Danville, 21-yard pass play, and they're knocking on the door once again.
Yeah, it's a little quick slant. I'm not sure what the defense are running there, but I have a feeling, especially with Coach Byers' reaction to that pass route, that they have no safety in the middle of the field. So the primary concern of the corner has got to be keep that wide receiver to the outside, make him throw that fade, make him throw that tough play that's a lot have a lower percentage of completing. You have got it now. This time he's doing a lot better job setting up down here, number 15, Burge. Deny the inside, make him throw that little corner out.
Payne looking on the right side to Fullwider, touchdown inside of Gage. 6 points, Danville, Warriors on top. 34-0. The third touchdown of the ball game for Cal Payne.
Yeah, just a real nice play by the receiver there. You can experienced receiver against a young sophomore out there who's done a really good job and really improved. Both the sophomores have improved so well this year at corner. But the experienced guy got him to lean a little bit, just got underneath him, and then that made that an easy play with no safety in the middle of the field.
Caleb Harvey in for the extra point for Danville. Thompson will hold for the Warriors. Good snap. It's on the mark. It's Danville 35 and Frankfort nothing. And one of our game sponsors tonight is Endeavor Communications. Business phone solutions, more than a phone system. Endeavor offers a hosted unified communication solution that gives businesses the ability to be accessible anytime, anywhere, on any device. Find out more at www.weendeavor.com. And Sean Wines right now, Danville, again, is just in the driver's seat. Their offense has just been relentless.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah, there's not very many people have an answer to them, I don't think, this year. I mean, Mooresville is a step above. It definitely appears. Tri-West had some athletes that kind of match, and obviously that ended up being a very big ball game. That was really close. But Frankfort just unfortunately just not quite there yet with the experience and the maturity of the kids.
Kudos to the Danville offensive line because Cal Payne, for the most part, has gone untouched. I mean, he's been able to throw the football virtually anywhere he wants to in tonight's ball game. As the Warriors set up the football, Caleb Harvey will be kicking off again. Sam Michael set up at about the 15, stepping back around the 10, primarily because he's having a conversation with the official. Here's Harvey. Short pooch. Down the middle. Caught by McDonald at the 13. Across the 30. Breaks a tackle. 40. And finally pulled down from behind. Again by Danville's number 47. Trevor Stutz on special teams.
Another solid return on the kick return team.
Let's see if Frankfort can load it up here on this first down as they start at the 45 with Sam Michael at quarterback. They give to Burns. He's knocked out of bounds.
It was a nice, strong finish to that run, I tell you. Nice finish.
Wyatt Gentry made the tackle for Danville, about a 3-yard gain.
It's a good start.
Doug Wood, as you see, number 5, stays in the lineup, and he'll play a receiver role for James Byers and the Hot Dogs.
It's a little tight bunch formation.
Michael looking to his right, now looks to his left, looks downfield for Burns. He was open for a minute and takes a sack. Wow. Danville gets the sack. It was number 74, Braden Hahn, who gets a sack, but for a minute there, Jacob Burns was wide open down the left sideline.
Yeah, he was. You just couldn't get his shoulders turned enough to get the ball out to him. Once again, it's kind of a little bit kind of a questionable finish to that play. You know, once again, just try to get away from the initial rush. If there's nothing there, get over here on the sideline, take the incompletion, get the ball set back where you started, and go again.
Doug Wood now switches, and now he's playing quarterback as he looks at his wristband for a play from the sideline from head coach James Byers. Here's a snap. Wood gets some pressure, throws left for Michael. It's caught! 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Frankfort! What a pitch and catch. Wood to Michael.
Very nice. You've got to get your big play guy out there. We can make a play. They have a little protection. Wood, 1, 2, 3, step, hit the quick fade. He runs it down, outruns the corner. We had mentioned earlier how Frankfort at times have had trouble jamming that guy on the fade. Well, this time the Danville kid didn't jam Michael, and then you see what happens. A nice big bomb.
I believe that is a 72-yard pass play, and Frankfort appears to be going for 2 here as Doug Wood looks to the sideline. Doug Wood with a big strike to Sam Michael.
Boy, that was right on the money, too, wasn't it? Just outstretched arms right in his hand. And nice grab by Michael.
Wood back to pass, rolls left. He's going to run, open space, 2 points, Frankfort. Doug Wood puts the Hot Dogs on the board, and it's Danville 35, Frankfort 8.
Pretty nice right there. Hey, they really needed that. Get their heads back up. Very nice play.
One of our game sponsors tonight is Ardente Dental. Ardente Dental offers high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Our team are all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry. We believe strongly in continuing education to provide our patients with the latest technology and techniques. We look forward to providing the highest quality of dentistry available, not only for you, but your family and friends as well. Visit ardentedental.com for more information. Ardente Dental, healthy smiles start here. And everybody's smiling on the Frankfort sideline because the Hot Dogs are on the board.
Yes, they are. That's a nice little homecoming prize right there.
Aguilar setting up for the kick. Possible onside upcoming with the Dogs down 35-8 here in the third period. And he does kick a little squibber right down the middle, and it's picked up by Keith for Danville at the 42-yard line. That's where they'll start. Actually, instead of Keith 34, that was number 36, Caleb McRoberts. McRoberts covered.
Okay, Frankfort, let's get a stop again. Same defense. Let's go. Keep those receivers in check. Get a little pressure, and then make sure you make a sound tackle. And your bounce player, your contained player on the run game keeps everything contained inside.
Zickman, Wood, Myers, and Cook, the 4 guys up front for the Hot Dogs. Payne to McGovern.
There you go.
And
there
he is wrapped up by
indeed.
Zigmund, number 53. Kyle Zigmund did a great job coming up and making the stop.
That's the first time Frankfort had a nice internal pressure too. Pushed the guards back into the backfield a little bit. Had nowhere to go. Take away that cutback lane.
Second down and 10 from the Warriors' 42-yard line.
I think they have a new running back in the ball game. Is it 42?
And that is number 42. Sean Robinson, sophomore, 5'10", 170. Also in the ball game is Justin Mowry, a senior receiver, number 81 for Danville. Lane Todd checks in for Zickman. Going with a little bit of speed on the outside there, number 25 for Frankfort. Payne looks across the middle and overthrows the intended receiver. And that was number 30 coming out, Hunter Adams, a junior.
Yeah, a little missed time. They're running that little out play they've been running all night, but just missed time quite a bit.
And that's the new quarterback.
Yep.
That's number 16, Chris
DiBenedetto. I think it might have been a new receiver, too. So.
Chris DiBenedetto in the ball game now for Danville, number 16. DiBenedetto has Robinson in the backfield. Down the middle, and this one not even close. The intended receiver, Hunter Adams.
Now it's covered pretty well with the inside cover man. I bet that I'm not even sure the receiver even knew the ball was coming until it hit him in the leg. I'm not that sure there.
We do have a running clock because at one time we did have a 30-point margin. And the clock continues to run under 30 seconds right now here at Frankfort. Danville will punt. Wyatt Gentry. Nope, it's Frankfort actually took over on downs there. Jacob Burns, toss sweep left side. I didn't realize
that
was fourth down. Yep. Nice run by Jacob Burns on first down. That's about a 6-yard gain. And that will take care of the third period. But the Hot Dogs get on the board. It's Danville 35, Frankfort 8. We head into the fourth quarter. Warriors on top of the Hot Dogs on the ISC Sports Network.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable! Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable! To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Back at Frankfort High School, the Hot Dogs trail the Danville Warriors 35-8 as we start the fourth period. The good news is the Frankfort defense took the ball over on downs, and now it's 3rd and short after a nice run by Jacob Burns. Wood downfield over the top of the receiver, incomplete intended for Bryce McDonald.
Yeah, their corner did a nice job getting hands on him and slowed him down enough, and then the outside linebacker got right underneath it to make that open. There was a shot there to have a big play, but it was really defended well by Danville.
Third and 4. Frankfort within striking distance of getting another first down. Wood, long pass down the left side, has a receiver, and it's just overthrown.
It came right back with that fade again that they had scored on previously.
And that was Sam Michael. He might have had a step on the defender there. The ball was overthrown just a tad by Doug Wood. Fourth down.
There is no doubt that Wood has an arm. That was a pretty long chuck right there. You really kind of want to get that out a little bit sooner than that. You don't have to have and hold the ball a long time to throw a long route.
Both linebackers were blitzing there for Danville as the whistles blow. Timeout, Frankfort. Good timeout there by James Byer because that play was being blown up.
That could have been blown up pretty badly, yes.
35-8 our score. Will stay here. Danville on top of Frankfort in this ball game. The one thing I've noticed about Danville is when they've slowed down their offense slows down.
Yes, they do.
They're not comfortable out of tempo.
Yeah, now some of that might be a little bit of substitutions as well, but yes, they are definitely a different ball club when they're going slow. Most definitely.
Coach Byers, you have to think, would love to be able to convert this fourth down here and move the chains.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Keep a little more momentum, especially if you go down and score again. That would be fantastic for them for next week when the old Northmont Mounties come in. The old Northmont comes over.
The challenges for Frankfort in Class 4A when you have to compete against teams like Roncalli and Chittard. Both those teams platoon. So guys who play two ways like Frankfort, they get tired. Toss sweep, Burns. 40, he couldn't get by the defender and dragged down by the linebacker. 65 once again. Andrew Smith having a nice game.
But it was a foot race, and a foot race that he just didn't win. If he would have missed that tackle, that would have been a first down, and the drive would have kept going. But man, that was a nice pursuit from the inside.
So both defenses come up big. Frankfort's defense first, then Danville. As Frankfort turns the ball over on downs, the Warriors get the football back with the running clock under 10 now to play in the ball game. And now we've got the youngster in the ball game at quarterback. Looks like DiBenedetto back in there for Danville. Actually, it's Thompson. Thompson, the lineup at quarterback, and Robinson is blown up by Brenton Wood.
Yeah, that is called a stick right there. That is an absolute stick. And no one blocked the defensive end at all, and he just lit him up.
Trey Thompson at 5'10", 180, number 10, is now the quarterback, the third quarterback that we've seen from Jamie Comer's ball club. But again, as we talked about, nice play by Brenton Wood. Jorge Aguilar, the kicker, 61 at left defensive tackle now for Frankfort. Thompson toss sweep right side. Nice cut. Gain of a couple yards. Lane Todd makes his tackle as Teak Tanksley was the ball carrier. Tanksley, 5'6", 120 pounds.
Well, I tell you, he made a nice cut right there. I tell you, there was a good kick out by the wide receiver, and he read that, cut it up inside there. He's got some quicks, too.
Robinson behind Thompson, under center. Thompson back to pass across the middle. It's caught. And that's 47. Your special teamer, Trevor Stutz, tackled by Sam Michael. Bell was over there as well.
Nice little out route. Ball almost threw it out in front where only his receiver could get it. Got a nice little game. It's time to step up again, defense. Get the stop.
Another 4th down and short for Danville.
Deny the inside. Don't let him get that quick slant. And then flat player be ready to jump the out. Get a nice pick 6 off this.
Here's Thompson. Stutes in motion. They give to Robinson left side. 1st down. More.
That's
40.
all.
Robinson could go. 20. 10. Robinson. Touchdown, Danville. The Warriors get another big touchdown run by a youngster in Sean Robinson, the sophomore.
Well, that was a nice run right there. The end was real aggressive, trying to come upfield to get a little pass rush. The tackle got pinned down inside. The linebacker got pinned inside, and he just creased right up the crease as fast as he could right down the sideline.
Sean Robinson with a 54-yard run. And sprinting in, I think, for Danville is Caleb Harvey for the extra point. And it's not. Thompson's going to stay in at quarterback. They're going to go for 2. Toss sweep. Fumble. Recovered by Frankfort. No 2 points. Excellent job by the Hot Dogs defense, and pouncing on the ball was Julio Rivero. (41-8). Danville on top late in the 4th quarter. The Warriors next week play host to Western Boone. The Hot Dogs host with the North Montgomery Chargers next week here on the ISC Sports Network and the Frankfort Hot Dog Sports Network. Hopefully James Byers will have his team focused to add another W.
Yeah, I would think the matchups there, at least as far as physicality and bodies, are probably a little bit more matched than we had tonight and than there was against the Tri-West. Still, though, it's still going to be a tough row to hoe. But I think, once again, there's a lot of flashes here of good, and there's some things that weren't so good. They have definitely improved every single week, so I'm really excited to see how it turns out next week.
Trey Thompson will kick off for Danville, up 41-8. Short kick. McDonald, 46-yard line, about an 8-yard return. 1st down to Hot Dogs.
First and 10 for your Hot Dogs. Ball is spotted on their own 35.
Sam Michael now back in at quarterback number 3 for Frankfort. Riley Goodnight in the backfield. Michael down the middle, caught by Goodnight. Inside the official, the 40, 47, 50. He breaks a tackle, 40, 35, and finally pushed out of bounds. Great job by Riley Goodnight.
Yeah, nice little crossing route right there to the inside. Backers vacated, he caught the ball, and then just out-physicaled the would-be tacklers.
Hayden Lamb, a senior at 5'8", pushed him out of bounds, number 84, but not after Frankfort gets a 1st down. First and 10 at the 36, whistles blow as Sam Michael was looking for Jacob Burns down the middle of the field. Stutes was in coverage, number 47 for Danville. I think Frankfort wanted a timeout. Nope. Okay, it'll be Danville timeout instead. They want to get that squared away as they have a lot of youngsters in the ball game. And the clock has stopped with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this ball game. Looks like Danville's going to go 6-1.
I think you're probably right.
A lot of games are winnable in Class 4A, that sectional that Frankfort plays. Somebody can get matched up with maybe Indianapolis, Washington. I believe Shortridge is in there, but Lebanon is a team that could potentially knock off a Danville or a Tri-West.
Yeah, I tell you, there's some teams in there that you never know on the right night, especially now with the COVID protocols and things, what happens there sometimes. It's very interesting.
1st and 10 for the Hot Dogs at the 36. Michael back to pass. Looks right to Goodnight. 30. Oh, boy, runs over a tackler there. Nice job by Riley Goodnight, showing that strength against a very young defensive unit. Calden Patterson, a sophomore, number 25. He's just 5'10", 185. For Danville made the tackle, but not after Riley Goodnight got an 8-yard pass from Sam Michael. Goodnight, right side, danced around a little bit, got to the 20 and out of bounds. That'll be a first down.
Line number 13, Riley Goodnight. Yard is good for the first down.
Goodnight rushed for over 1,000 yards last year, and they've utilized him in a whole different fashion this year. But that was the kind of run you saw quite a bit from Riley Goodnight. Very physical runner for James Spires Hot Dogs. Wood with Jacob Burns in the backfield. Looks for Goodnight down the middle and over the top. Stutz was defending the play. Puts the ball on the money. He's got a completion, maybe even a touchdown.
Yep, probably right. Just a little overthrown. Didn't quite follow through.
Second and long. A lot of changes in the Danville lineup defensively. Soft zone right now for Danville. Somebody just jumped off sides. There's a flag finally. One of the defensive linemen, number 67 for Danville, Steven Subak, a sophomore, 5'8", 155, jumped. 5-yard penalty. Now from about the 15. Michael looking downfield. Carreras turns, catches it. Goal line, touchdown. Michael to Carreras, 15-yard touchdown pass. Frankfort on the board.
Yeah, a little old-fashioned chair out. Outside receiver runs a fade. Clear out the outside zone. Then you have your inside guy try to outrun the flank coverage or the flat coverage of a linebacker or a safety that's playing a little soft. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch, nice turn up, nice score.
So Michael now has a touchdown pass, and Wood has a touchdown pass for Frankfort. And the Hot Dogs will go for 2. It's 41-14. Frankfort spread out. Michael looks to the corner to Goodnight, touchdown, 2 points.
A little whip right over there.
From Sam Michael to number 13, Riley Goodnight is good.
41-16. An improvement from last year's 42-15 loss as far as the offense is concerned, but still Danville dominating this football game. With officially 2 minutes and 22 seconds left as the clock stops after a scoring touchdown. Aguila will kick off for Frankfort. As the Warriors take some time to head out to the field. In the driver's seat looking for their 6th victory of the year. Aguila looking for perhaps another onside here. And he does. This one does go 10. Fumbled. I think Fullwider was the guy for Danville that recovered.
Yep, I think you're right.
First and 10 for Danville.
Or they could have actually been Corbett Martin, number 76, a freshman. Let's give Martin credit for that one.
I'd say so. Let him get his name in there. That's exactly right.
First down for the Warriors at the 45.
National Honor Society, please meet with Mr. Niehaus at the concession stand at the end of the game. National Honor Society, meet with Mr. Niehaus.
Castillo, McDonald, the two safeties for Frankfort. First and 10. Robinson hit immediately. That was Brenton Wood. Nowhere to go. Wood made the tackle. Brenton Wood, good stop. He's played well defensively, and also I believe he was the big man on campus.
I think he was.
Voted at halftime. That's a huge deal.
It really is. It really is over here.
Big man on campus, Brenton Wood. Very similar to maybe being crowned as the homecoming king.
Yeah, king of the court is what we have at our school. It's a very similar thing.
Robinson, good night. Tried to strip the football out of him, but he holds on. McDonald also came up and got some help for Frankfort.
Sean Robinson. Stop made by number 13, Riley Goodnight. 2-yard gain on the play.
Robinson got about 2. Clock winding down.
Looks like it might be the last play of the game.
Back to pass as the quarterback looking left. Has his man. The caught his ball's complete. And he is hammered.
He got hit pretty good there.
Sutton Fullwider was the quarterback. Sutton Fullwider, the youngest Fullwider, completes the pass for a first down that, as you talked about, Sean Wines, that may be the last play of the ball game.
I think so.
And that will be it. And Danville will remain undefeated in conference play, 5-1 on the year. Frankfort and James Byers will drop to 2-4 on the season. Next week, catch Frankfort and North Montgomery, an opportunity for the Hot Dogs to get a victory in Sagamore Conference play, but tonight it was all Danville.
Absolutely, and I'm not sure there's a whole lot they could have done about it. There's no reason to be disgraced, no reason to feel down other than maybe this individual plays here and there. You're just outmatched. Danville is definitely a contender, I think, for the state at this level. They definitely have a tough road to go in the tournament, but they're definitely someone to keep an eye on.
It always will be, for whether you win or lose, a learning experience. And frankly, you certainly would love to win, but when you lose, again, you're going to develop young players, and you've got a chance to develop them in time for an opportunity to play in sectional play and a chance for hardware. And playing on a grass field, and there are so many grass fields, you never know what the weather's going to be like in a couple weeks.
That's absolutely right.
And things can change dramatically. So Frankfort has the opportunity, and every game is a new game. Every day is a new chapter, and we just start off with October, a Danville Warrior win.
Yes, it was, and it's a beautiful night, I tell you, a beautiful football night.
So the final score was Danville 41 and Frankfort 16 in a well-played football game for the Danville Warriors on both the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Sports Network. This broadcast was a partnership between the Hot Dog Network and the ISC Sports Network. Big shout-out to the student crew of Jennifer Del Toro, Austin Penry, and Elijah Anthony. Bang! For Sean Wines, this is Mike Walensky. Thanks for watching high school football. Danville 41, Frankfort 16 on the ISC Sports Network.
Frankfort High School, home of the Hot Dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24-plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs.